Hey guys, it's Derek here. Today we're opening up a few new things and we're going to be completing some sets. Long awaited, but they finally showed up, so let's get started. Starting off with our very first package, I got some stuff from Big Bad Toy Store. Since I'm Canadian, I don't really get the benefit of their flat shipping, which is pretty good, I guess, if you're American. I forget how much it is, but I'll put it up on the screen. Today, we are completing some of our XX Ray collection. This one here, it's the XX Ray Plus Monster Point. Now, this actually goes with the Gotcha XX Rays that we had of Chopper, and this kind of goes behind it. Scale-wise, well, obviously you can't really do it to justice, but I'm really happy I picked this up. This guy cost $69 US to pick up, and shipping to Canada was about $17. So not the end of the world. I didn't get custom taxed on this either. I guess that's mainly because it's such a small amount. Ooh, there we go. You got the signature Urafame foam blocks that are on the side that protect the corners. You got a whole bunch of little chopper hooves on the front, a massive viewing window on the front and sides and the top. Pretty straightforward. Let's just open it up. Don't think we need any more of the knife. I finally got a full set of choppers now. You know how much I love Chopper, and now that I can finally get my hands on a Monster Point, I'm just super happy about that. Seems like we got a little keychain fob thing. That's kind of neat. I've never seen that before. Let's take a look. On the inside, got the little for real reminder, and I believe this is our seal of authenticity, which actually, you know, it looks pretty good. Honestly, I think I like pre-timeskip Chopper in his Monster Point more than his post-timeskip one. There's nothing wrong with this, it's just because he has everything under control, his eye looks really, really derpy, and he's just kind of cartoony. Nothing really wrong with this. Not a bad price, and I love how on the sides here, the wood is actually splayed out, which is neat. Kind of matches with everything else. I just kind of wish that he fit the base a little bit more. His front foot doesn't quite, but I guess I could live with that. Moving on to our next package, this is also from Big Bad Toy Store, but this time it's a little bit more expensive. This one was about $150 and shipping wasn't too bad, about $20. I did end up getting customed for this one. I had to pay for customs, but that one again wasn't so bad, about like $34 Canadian. Like I said before, we are completing some sets, and this time around, it's another Chopper. I believe this one's been like delayed a few times, but this is another XX Ray Plus Chopper, part of that line with Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. Now, they do have the molds for all the other ones, so I really do hope they continue with this line. The price is a little bit more on the steep side, but it's a very unique look. There we go. Ooh, it's cute. I can't really hide my excitement. I'm much more excited for this than the Monster Point. There's nothing wrong with Monster Point. It's just, this is so much cuter. The outside of the box, super, super cute. You get Chopper in the front. It's nice and pink on the outside, so it does kind of match with the theme of all their other boxes. And you get really, really cute Chopper hats in the back. They all have a little bit of a pattern. This one's cute because it has Chopper. Do I have to cut anything? I don't think so. I waited so long for this. I think I tried originally. Oh no, I remember now. I couldn't find this guy anywhere. I tried all the different sites that I normally would go to. I don't think they had them in stock, so I tried them instead. He's massive. Look at the size of that head. It's like the size of my fists. Oh, he's so adorable. Look at that, I got the for real tag. I believe the for real thingy's on his eye. Oh, he's so cute. You got the big, big head. I think this is the biggest Chopper I have now. But it's really cute. He's sitting down like this. He has all of his correct parts for post-timeskip, like a lovely hat and also that cute backpack and tank top he usually wears, or muscle shirt, whatever you want to call it. This is really cute. Obviously the paint detail isn't super, super crazy. Everything just has like the once over. There's no real shading or anything on here, but if you're getting this, it's just because it's adorable and it's Chopper. I approve of this. I'm super happy about this. And for our final box, this is the really, really big one. Now, this one has a whole bunch of stuff. This one is from Nin Game. I got this one shipped over through EMS, and it cost about well, like $140 roughly. 14,000 Japanese yen. Not Not the greatest, but I'll take it, I guess. Seeing as how big this is and the contents of that's inside, I'm actually really surprised that I only got dinged like $30 worth of customs, which is crazy. I should probably cut away from myself. There's also some stuff that's in here that's not mine, but I will show you all of it. Just give me a second. Aha! I guess we can start off with Dan's stuff first. So my buddy Dan and also Kyle decided to go and order with me this time around, so I got some stuff. This is Dan's, and I believe, yes, this is the Broccoli Hyper Neptunia Vert sleeping version or something like that. If I remember correctly, this was about like 17,000 yen. Actually a very reasonable price for a figure. Although this is a like 1/8 scale, so not too big. Let's just take a look at it. She is wearing some night attire. Box is actually pretty nice. Nice and green. A lot of pictures on the side. And we're gonna be gentle. Okay, that's fairly straightforward. But yeah. Just gonna open up the one side. Okay. Oh, the base is nice and green, kind of like a lime green, but it has carpet, it's nice and fuzzy, so she won't get damaged. Let's just take her out. Ooh, oh, that's weighty. What the heck is this? Well, whatever this is, the chair that she sits on, or the ottoman, is very, very heavy. I feel like more figures should be doing stuff like this. That's a nice touch. And as for the ottoman slash chair, that is also like a dog or a bear. This is super heavy. I guess you can just put it anywhere here, right? Just kind of. As for Vert herself, she is pretty cute looking. She is definitely not wearing anything that's safe for work. She does have one of her slippers almost coming off, and she has like her hair scrunchie and everything. Honestly, it's pretty well done. There's some pretty decent shading on here, some on the legs and a little bit on the skin tones, but not too much. I expected a little bit more out of the hair, but hey, I mean, it's not bad for what you're paying. Kuro, for anyone who's asking. Flop it on like this, right? There we go. That's actually really cute. And it fits right on there, no problem whatsoever. I think that the connection over time, like if you do end up moving this a little bit, it might be a little bit concerning because when she sits down on the chair, there's like a little imprint, but that might scratch the paint over time if you're not too careful. But overall, it's not bad. Next up, we have a Fate Grand Order Alteria Pendragon. This is the Lancer version, the bad version, evil version. Not too versed in this, obviously. This is also Dan's, number 1868. It comes on a horse. This one does cost a little bit more than your regular Nendoroid, but you do get the extra big box and whatnot. This costs, I think, about 8,550 Japanese yen, which, yes, it's a little bit higher than most other Nendos. Like about 2x most other Nendos. Horse, lance, put the wings on the... That's a decent amount of stiff. Got some face plates and whatnot. There's a whole lot of underbob going on here. Did not expect Nendoroid to have so much underbob. Oh, okay. I didn't expect this either. The joints actually move pretty well. The knees have a nice bending joint there. The arms or the elbows don't really move around, and the waist movement is non-existent. But I mean, that's kind of cool. The legs do splay out a little bit. I think that's because she does need to ride the horse. Doesn't look like we have any extra pieces in terms of putting like an extra set of legs or anything that you'd normally see when it comes to riding Nendoroids. So that's kind of neat. A lot of sharp angular bits too. So I think you need to be very, very careful when you are changing out faceplates and stuff because accidents might happen. We got some extra faceplates, of course. We have a slightly embarrassed one, an angry warrior one, and the stoic one. Also, you get this cape thing with a little dragon tail bob that I believe you just plop. How does this go on? There's a piece in the back that comes off, right where her spine would be. This little itty bitty piece. Let me see if I can get it off. I think taking off the head might be a little easier. Oh shit, I think I might have broke it. Damn, I'm sorry. Dan's gonna kill me. Spiky lance. Demonic horse is really cool. Oh, it also has like leather pleather for the reins. That's kind of cool. And the knees move. The tail also moves around a little bit, and the head also moves. So not bad. Not bad, not bad. As for the stuff on the back, we do get a massive base. This is a little bit bigger than your typical base. Got a really, really big base that you can hold up the horse on. An extra spare peg, but not the peg that I need at this point. Maybe they can get me a replacement tail. And also, I think this is the Noble Phantasm of the Lance thing. Got some funky looking hands and everything. I don't really want to play around with this too much more, just in case. Moving on, we got a Bruno Bucciarati. This should be the special edition version. Now, the next few are going to be Kyle's because, you know, Kyle orders a ton of stuff. And we combine shipping. Oh, okay, that's how they did it. This is about 7,000 Japanese yen. A little shy of that, at least when we picked it up. But it looks like they packaged the bonus thing on the outside. This is number 1175. What is that? Is that a hand? Is this the bonus part? Let's take a look. There's a like a little blue ladybug. I haven't gotten to this part of JoJo yet, so. On the outside of the packaging, it looks pretty neat. Got your typical JoJo words on the outside. And on the inside, oh, okay. You do get him with his little scarab things on the top of his head. We also got that typical Nendoroid movement at the knees and the elbows, which is actually kind of nice. Helps with posing. In terms of faceplates, we do have Angry Face as your secondary option, and kind of like a side eye as your third. The default is just kind of not amused. Also, a part for him to come out of the zipper thing. I believe this is his stand ability. We also get a blue arm for his stand. Yeah, you just take off the bottom half of his arm. The zipper ability does need to be attached to the included Nendoroid base. Other than that, I believe you can just take off half of his body. Is that how it works? So you just detach him by the waist, and then you can plop him in. No way. Oh, that's ridiculous. Looks like he's in a canoe. What's next? Okay, two things came out. So, we have a duo of My Hero Nendoroids. A Dabi and a Shoto. Dabi does cost a little bit more, coming in at 5,800 yen. And I believe this one's closer to like 45 or something like that. These are also both re-releases, so I don't think you ever really need to pay resale when it comes to really, really popular Nendoroids nowadays. The days of overpaying like crazy for a Nendo are completely gone. You'll be fine now. Just wait until it gets re-released. Every 1 to 2 years, it seems like they'll go and reprint something that you like. That's a very simple looking Nendoroid. You got an ice little effect, and also a fire effect, which looks pretty nice. His arms and legs are completely movable, right at the knee joint, so very similar to JoJo-esque mobility, and his waist actually moves too. Other effects, we do get a crash that is in blue, and 2 extra hands, and 2 extra faces, one of them being a slightly smiley face, and the other one a little bit worried or concerned. His default face is, you know, his ice-cold personality look, which I dig. That's a good look. There's not a whole lot going on with this, and I kind of understand why it costs so little. Moving on to the villain Dabi, though. Let's see. For costing a little bit more, this guy should have a little bit more packed away with him. He feels a little heavier, at least the box does. I mean, there's like 1 extra effect in here. They both have those scars. That's kind of thing they both got. And very similar in terms of articulation. Elbows, joints move, but his knees, he don't got knee movement. That's kind of a shame. You do get that two-tone look when it comes to him, and his hair is very, very spiky. He has a lovely smirk as his default face, a smiley face as his secondary, and crazy yandere vibe one for his third one. As for accessories, he does get a flaming palm that you can put to his right hand, and the other one is like a little wisp that goes on his left. You also get a little blue flame part that you can put in front or behind. It is completely flat, so you can just put it anywhere you want. And to contrast Shoto, you also get a HSOOOOOS. House. Next up, we have number 1163, Shigaraki, the villain of My Hero Academia. Now, this one I believe is also a re-release and didn't cost too much. About 4,800 yen, which honestly, kind of standard Nendo price, I guess. It looks like you do get a whole bunch of different accessories with him, or a whole bunch of hands at least, so kind of creepy. Honestly, his character has always been a little bit creepy, at least in my eyes. But you do get him with, oh, that's kind of neat. You get a little urethane foam piece protecting the back side of the hand that gets attached there. Can this be removed? Yes. If you remove the head, you can remove the collar, and then the whole piece comes out if you really want to. As for the front, this hand is actually molded into the hair sculpt, which is kind of unique. They do actually give you another hair piece, so you can put that on instead and see his face. Let's crack it open though. Default smiling face, crusty eyes, and busted up lips. I mean, what more can you ask for? The other piece would just go straight on top so you can see him. Would you keep the hand on his head or face or not? As for all the other hands, it looks like they do attach to him fairly well. The one on the back is kind of like a belt. Looks like you need to peg this right into the Nendoroid socket in order for that one to stand or hold up. Let's see. Can these be removed? Ah, okay. So for the other hands, it's actually a ring that you put on. I mean, that's kind of smart how they did it. That way you can still pose it and everything else. I'm guessing not too many people are going to do that because there's going to be a giant gap in between. Otherwise, kind of like a nice little bracer part. The elbows do move and his little footsies do move too, but there is no knee articulation. That's a little unfortunate. He's kind of chibi in that form. We also do get a few extra hands, and then more hands. How do you describe this? There's just a lot of hands. Moving on to the last two Nendoroids in here, which are also mine. We have a Anya and a Yor. I'm super happy to finally complete this set as well. We get the rest of the family. It's only fitting that they are just one apart, 1902 and 1903. I guess we should do it in sequence. So we'll open up Anya first. Lloyd's just been like chilling by himself this entire time, and now the rest of everyone can be here. Now I just need a bond. There's a lot of stuff in here. I mean, this was 5,300 yen, so I mean a decent amount. We do get a ton of faceplates, way more than I thought we would. I'll be honest here. So we get the surprised face. Anya does look really cute here. Although I do think that it would have been even better if her legs were a little bit shorter because she is like a 4-year-old. There is an ahoge in the top, which does not move. Yeah, the details on here are really nice. Really, really solid. We also get a cute little camera that you can actually have her hold and a whole bunch of other arms that you can put on so they can match the rest of her faceplates, which are probably the most expressive ones I've seen. We have a really, really happy face. We have a face that you all know what I'm talking about. And also the last one is a, oh no, he's going to unadopt me face. As for Mama Yor over here, this is a little bit less, coming in about 5,000 yen flat, or really, really close to it. Now for her, I believe she gets a lot more accessories, but less faceplates. Yes. We only get 2 spare faceplates on her. Very similar color scheme, the gold and the black, which does contrast a lot with Lloyd, so I kind of dig it. The roses on the side are really nicely done, and everything's just, yeah, pretty top notch, really good quality. It's kind of interesting though that her shoulders have the strap kind of molded into it. Certain angles are going to look a little funkier than others. It is what it is. We also get a ton of different hands, a bent knee leg, and 2 adorable extra faceplates. One being a very happy face, and the other one being an even happier face. Her generic face is like kind of frowning, but I think this is a missed opportunity. Or maybe they'll release more faceplates for you to buy. I do want to see like a demonic evil looking version. Like that would be really cool. She does have 2 little daggers that she uses in the anime, but that's about it. Very, very straightforward. The most important thing though is the family is together, minus Bond. So Good Smile, if you are watching this, please get us all a Bond. I would love to see him added to the family. Imagine you get Bond, a few extra spare legs so he can move around, maybe just the one facial expression because he doesn't really like emote too much, and you get like a couch and the sitting legs for the whole family. Ideas. Now for the last thing in this box, this one is also mine, and I've waited I waited a little bit for this one to show up. This one is the Playback Memories Trafalgar Law. I don't know if I told you guys, but I end up selling my other Law, the shirtless version. This one's the pre-timeskip version. Him wearing yellow, and he's sitting on a box. I have seen online that there are some resin studios that have been making the rest of the crew to go along with him. we have Law, man spreading. Honestly, this was made to be displayed right across or right next to the corazon that kind of has a similar sitting position. The one on the stairs. That one also got a re-release, so if you really liked Law and you liked his backstory, that'd be a good way to go about it. The outside of the box is completely gold foiled everywhere. It's very, very shiny, and also has his pattern for his hat on the side. Yeah, this is nice. Kind of curious, how many of you guys are fully caught up in One Piece? Manga or anime? Let me know, because there's some cool stuff that happens with Law, but yeah, I don't want to spoil. Well, most of you guys should be at Wano now, right? Ooh. Oh my god. Size matters. His sword is freaking massive. It's actually really, really light as well. Cannot come unsheathed, but has really good detail on it. A lot of crosses going down the side and decent shading. I don't believe the other one that I had such a long one. I believe it was like quite a bit shorter. And as for Law, he's just, just sitting down, squatting. Top of his hat has that signature pattern and also that fluffy look to it, which is cool. And he's wearing a hoodie. His goatee looks good. His little nose looks good. It has 2 holes that they've painted on, which is kind of interesting. You do also see the eye bags there, and yeah, they've done a pretty good job overall. You can almost argue that this is a more expensive noodle topper, but he is very, very well sculpted and executed otherwise. The fingers and hands can be moved apart, so they aren't actually just done in place, so that's good. The way he's sitting can't be good for his spine or back though, but what do I know? I'm not a doctor, so. And for the last piece, there is a giant crate, which is pretty weighty, and there's a decent amount of texture and paint applications that have been put on here. A lot of shading, and there's a little bit of dry brushing. Not too much. I think it would have been nicer if they had a little bit more dry brushing, but this is cool. And you just plop them on. This would have been a great time for magnets, or at least a peg or something. I think this turned out really, really good. He has some decals where his tattoos are, and it looks like they executed pretty well. This didn't cost too much. I think it was like 22,000 yen. Kind of is in that ballpark, which the rest of the playback memories are. Please re-release Robin. And there we have it. We finished up another haul, and we've also added to the collection to finish up some sets. Pretty happy how it all turned out overall, other than a few of the casualties. I'm still gonna have to explain to Dan what happened, so if you guys don't mind, please give this video a like, and also comment down below how I might be able to make it up to Dan, or I don't know how to apologize or whatnot. He'll probably know before the video, well, he'll know definitely before the video comes out, so yeah. Wish me luck, guys.